All right, guys, so here we go. Let's get you all caught up in case you've been living in a hole somewhere or you're not fans of Dee and Lee, which is probably impossible because we are the hottest on YouTube right now. All right, enough with the joking. First things first, a couple weeks ago we started demo. We removed floors, cabinets, walls, etc. And last week we put in a window. And the installation went pretty well, as you can see here. Cut out our hole, put in the new window, and now we're on our way to week 3, which is installing a roof fan.
Subscribe now.
Sir, yes, sir! All right, here we go. I'm gonna try to tackle this fan. Actually, not try. I am going to tackle this fan. First things first is to find a marker so I can trace the interior portion, the shell that's going to be on the inside that basically decorates the fan from the inside, makes it look good. That's the perfect template to use. So fortunately enough here, I don't have to make one, but we're going to go right here, right in between these two braces and try to get it here. Unfortunately, I would have liked it dead center of the bed, but we have supports here, and that's not going to be feasible, but this will do. All right, so let me find this marker and begin. Okay, here's the tools you're going to need for the job. You're going to need a jigsaw. You're going to need lap sealant. Yes, not silicone, lap sealant. You're going to need some butyl tape, gloves, eye protection, a drill, and you're also going to need a metal cutting blade for your jigsaw. Okay, here's the fan. Leisure Coach works. Here's the inside portion that is going to go up and make everything look nice, finish everything off. So I'm going to take this up to the roof, trace that out, and begin cutting. But first, I want to find my center point here. So I want to take a couple measurements, drill a pilot hole, and go from there. All right, so there's my pilot hole. What I'm gonna do is set the fan off to the side a little bit. If I went dead center, I'm gonna have both of these gullies here to contend with water. So I figure I'd rather just deal with one of these gullies versus the both of them and trying to make this thing as watertight as possible. Last thing you want is any water in the van. So there's our template, our outline, and I'm gonna drill some holes here in the corners just to make life easier and to have a point to access with the drill. Be able to stick that puppy right in there and hopefully breeze right through this. All right, fun begins. Here's where it gets scary. Who in the hell wants to cut a big, huge hole in their damn van? Most don't, but the process is easy. Just let the saw do the work itself. Don't push it along. As long as you got the right blade, it'll go right through like a knife through butter. The other thing is you have at least a ½ inch of room or so when it comes to putting in the fan. You have wiggle room, so don't crap yourself. Take your time and you got it. Okay, there we go. I just sat it in just to make sure that it fit well. Now I'm gonna run some butyl tape around it and some lap sealant. Take a look at this. See this gap? This is what I was saying earlier as to why I didn't want to put it dead center here, because I would have had to contend with both of that and it would have been on each edge, unfortunately. So here I can contend with this one gully here, and we should be good. So let me go back at it. Oh, and before I go, you see all these shavings at all these shavings. Make sure you vacuum off, sweep off the shavings off of here, because those shavings will cause a hell of an issue. A hell of an issue. So be really diligent and clean that up really good. It'll definitely cause rust, no questions about it. All right, be back. Of course, this isn't rocket science here. All we're doing is putting tape down. But when you start getting to this middle portion here where the gullies are, make sure you build it up nice and even, as I'm doing here, so you don't have any water protrusion. Like here, if you look, see how I'm taking my time and I'm trying to bevel that edge? I don't want it to just be an abrupt stop. I want it to be where water can run up and off of it and off the top of the van. Okay, now we're gonna run our bead of lap sealant, or several beads if you will. I went a little nuts with it. The way I look at it, better safe than sorry, right? Because unlike silicone, lap sealant is self-leveling. Now with our butyl tape all around the edge here and our lap sealant around the interior of the fan, we're gonna screw this puppy down. And that's it, folks. Simple as that. It's not rocket science. Just be confident about it. And as you can see here, I actually put lap sealant over the screws. Call it overkill if you will, but water will find its way in. So be very diligent. And there you go, folks. Another job done by Dee and Lee in their RV. Hopefully you learned something here. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments. Until next week, thanks for watching, guys. By the way, if you learned something here, don't be a selfish schmuck. Hit the like button.
Subscribe now.